Once upon a time, in a beautiful forest filled with tall trees and chirping birds, three friends named Timmy, Sarah, and Emma were playing joyfully. As the children played, they heard a hoot above them. Looking up, they saw a wise old owl perched on a branch. Owl, wise and gentle. Hello, young ones. What brings you to the forest today? Timmy, excitedly. We love hearing stories. Do you have one to share with us, Mr. Owl? Owl, smiling. Of course, dear children. Gather around and I shall tell you a tale of friendship and wisdom. The wise owl began to tell the children a story about a cunning fox who encountered a vine of delicious grapes hanging just out of reach. The fox tried everything he could think of to reach the grapes. He jumped, he stretched, and he even climbed nearby trees. But the grapes remained tantalizingly out of reach. After many failed attempts, the fox finally gave up and walked away, muttering to himself about how the grapes were probably sour anyway. Owl, wise tone. The moral of the story, my dear children, is that it's easy to dislike what you cannot have. Instead of acknowledging our own shortcomings, we often convince ourselves that what we desire is not worth having. Timmy. So the fox didn't get the grapes because he convinced himself they weren't worth it. Sarah. Yeah, he gave up too easily without even trying harder. Emma. I think it means we shouldn't make excuses when things don't go our way. Encouraged by the owl's story, the children continued exploring the forest. Soon they stumbled upon a rabbit who seemed lost and confused. Sarah, kindly. Hello, little rabbit. Are you lost? Rabbit, nervously. Yes, I am. I don't know which path to take. Rabbit, pointing. One path leads to a field of tasty carrots, and the other leads to a beautiful garden of flowers. I can't decide which one to choose. Timmy, looking up at the owl. Mr. Owl, can you help us? Owl, nodding. Of course, my young friends. Let me share another story to help you understand. The wise owl then shared a story about an ant who worked tirelessly during the warm months to gather food for the winter, while a grasshopper spent his days idly singing and dancing. When winter came, the grasshopper found himself hungry and cold. Desperate, he went to the ant and begged for food. Ant, firmly. I cannot give you food now, dear grasshopper. You should have worked hard like me during the summer instead of wasting your time. Owl, wise tone. The moral of this story, my dear children, is that hard work and responsibility are important virtues. Those who are lazy and irresponsible may find themselves in need when difficult times come. Inspired by the owl's story, the rabbit made his decision with newfound confidence. Rabbit, joyfully. Thank you for your help, dear friends. I will remember your kindness always. Timmy, thoughtfully. I learned that we shouldn't give up too easily, even when things seem difficult. Sarah. And I learned that being responsible and hardworking is important, just like the ant. Emma. Yeah, and helping others when they're in need is really important too. Owl, wisely. Remember, my dear children, the stories we've shared today hold important lessons about friendship, perseverance, and kindness. Carry these lessons in your hearts, and you will always find your way. And so, with hearts full of wisdom and joy, Timmy, Sarah, and Emma made their way home, knowing that they would always cherish the stories they had heard and the lessons they. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more adventures.